Let me say this for you and for the audience, okay? I know that my questions can get a little bit crazy sometimes or whatnot, but that's because I think that these are questions that people have. Maybe they're just scared to ask.
Right.
Okay, and so I'm just, you know, I'm not scared, right? So I'm just gonna ask.
But I ended up telling him that he was my baby's dad, but he's actually not. My father is actually my baby's.
Were you having sex with Keith? So when you was in your early 20s, would he be like forcing you to have sex with him, or would you just be having sex with him because at that point that's what you was used to?
It's other fact. It was like,
if I ask him, does she seem to enjoy the sex? What would be his response?
His response would be probably, knowing him, he probably said
the whole sending her to your dad thing, right? So why would you allow someone that's abused you for years to watch your daughter?
That is a good question. At the time and in the moment, everybody's wondering what I was thinking. Here's the answer to it. Everybody questioned.
What's up, YouTube? Make sure you tap into my Instagram at Marcus the Interviewer. I'm gonna be posting some exclusive content like this stuff right here that you didn't get to see on YouTube. So tap in with me on Instagram. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with the update. So I just keep running into folks. So you're the second person I ran into this morning that's an update that I really wanted to update. So first of all, how's everything been since the interview?
Man, since the interview, everything's been going crazy. I appreciate everybody. Like, y'all, I appreciate y'all for the love, for the support.
Was your Cash App up on there?
It was.
Okay, how much did they, you know?
It's like a lot of people been sending me money, like 20, 10, 5.
How much do you think, if you had to add it all up, how much do you think it's totaled up to?
If I add it all up, it probably like $700, $800. Like I said, y'all, I really appreciate y'all because y'all my support system, man. It's like nowadays we need the support from our women. Y'all, I thank y'all so much. Y'all keep it going.
Has anybody reached out to you as far as anything else, like besides financial?
Besides financial, not like some people have been hitting me up on my but my Cash App saying call them so they can help me get houses and stuff.
Because you got Instagram, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
And so what was your Instagram?
My Instagram is True Queen Drip, or y'all can hit me up on my other Instagram, La Shante Designs.
Okay. Because, I mean, I had at least no less than about 4 people that hit me up about you that really wanted your information. They wanted to help you. Apparently, Soperton, Georgia is a small town where it's very tight-knit. And so apparently your story was the talk of the town. And, you know, a lot of people wanted to reach out and just kind of, you know, offer help. So they can do that on Instagram?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, so I mean, you know, have any of have any of your family members seen the video or reached out to you?
Oh, I think the only person probably have seen the video is my sister Jasmine, aka Piglet. I love you always. She I know she's seen the video, and she told me when I ended up calling her, she said, oh, I got like 31,000 views, and then all her friends been posting my videos on their Facebook. Keep posting them, y'all. Like I said, I appreciate all y'all for the support, for the love, because it's like sometimes it's hard for it to continue, because like sometimes I be wanting to give up, but it's like y'all got my back. Y'all like, y'all always been there. It's like as a group, as a family. I love y'all.
Oh, no doubt, man. So, you know, I wanted to tap into a little bit more about the situation that was going on with your dad, because a lot of people in the comments had similar questions to what I had as far as what the mind state of you and the way that you was thinking was, not so much when you was in your teenage years and things like that, but especially when you was in your early 20s. So when you was in your early 20s, would he be like forcing you to have sex with him, or would you just be having sex with him because at that point that's what you was used to?
It's other fact. It was like, I can't think of the word for it, but it's like, it's so traumatizing. It's like, I just thought about like my innocence was gone. It's like, I know a lot of people have like a lot of questions. So that first I'm gonna go ahead and answer. Y'all, it's like, it was so traumatizing. It's like, I end up, it's been like, it's like I constantly continue to do it. He'll constantly do it every day. Even when I get off work, I can come in like 1 o'clock. He end up being up, and I'm just coming home from work. He wanted to do something with me, and it's crazy.
So he would ask you, "Do you want to do something with me?"
He'll literally ask me. I was like, no. It's like, even when I go to sleep, he'll still sneak in the room and do something with me. And I'll be like halfway up, halfway asleep.
Were there any times where you wasn't halfway up, halfway asleep, where it was like you was fully awake and
I was fully
he
up,
just, he asked you to do it and you just did it?
He'll ask me to do it, and I still tell him no. It's like, because like I said, it's like, instead of you put me in harm's way, it's like I barely can trust anybody. I have no trust.
And so you're saying that at that point in your life, at the age of about 21 to 22, you're saying that he's the only man that you had had sex with at that point?
The only one. The only one.
Okay. And so, like I said, I mean, some people, then they have the question is, and like I say, I apologize if any of this is offensive, okay? We're all learning, so I apologize in advance. But so, was there any part of you that, even though you may not have wanted to, was there any part of you that did enjoy y'all's interactions?
Did not enjoy.
So you just felt like, basically, like almost like a sex slave, like he was just basically just doing it to you. You wasn't enjoying any of it.
Exactly.
Did anybody question when you had gotten pregnant, like, whose baby is this?
Yes, a lot of people have asked me, my family, my cousins, them.
And so what was your response?
My response was, I know this dude named Keith, but I ended up telling him that he was my baby's dad, but he's actually not. My father is actually my baby's.
Were you having sex with Keith?
I had sex with him. I just known him from a long time ago because him and my sister, my older sister, used to date. So that's how I know him.
But y'all never had sex?
We never had sex.
So why did you use him as the scapegoat?
It just, I didn't want everybody in my business. It's like,
well, I mean, what did he say when he heard that you used him as a scapegoat, or when you claimed that he was the father of your child? What was his response? His response,
he actually stepped up, to be honest. He like wanted to spend time with her, enjoy.
Well, now, okay, so now I have questions, right? So if he stepped up, that means that he thought that he could have been a possibility.
Yes.
So if he thought he could have been a possibility, that means y'all had sex.
It's like, we didn't, but since you put it like that, but yeah, I'm just gonna say yeah to that.
Well, I mean, did y'all have sex or no?
We didn't.
So why are you saying yeah?
I just used him. Like I said, I didn't want everybody in my business.
I get what your motivation was, but I'm trying to figure out from his viewpoint, why would he step up if he knows that y'all never had sex? He knows there's no way that he's that child's father. Mm-hmm. Why would he, quote unquote, step up?
Because it's like he loved her. He loved her like his own. Like she was his own. So I was like, not gonna stop him being in her life, because like, look, kids need fathers in their life. So,
well, I get that, but so I mean, because a lot of people are gonna question that and they're gonna say, well, she's obviously lying. They're gonna say she's lying because, why would he step up and do that? I get that he may love a kid, but does he acknowledge that there's no way that he could be a possibility, or does he think that there's a small chance that he may be the dad?
He acknowledged it as of the fact, because I talked to him in a minute, but he acknowledged it that he probably is the possible. He probably think he's the possible. The father.
So the only reason that he could think that he's the possibility is if y'all had sex.
If we have sex, but we didn't.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I went on your social media. I saw that you basically used to, and I'm not sure if you still are, but used to be gay.
Yeah, I'm still is.
Okay, so you still gay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, right now we're after you've had the baby and everything, have you had sex with another man since then?
No.
So you're saying that the only man that you've ever had sex with is your dad?
Yep.
Okay. When he would try to have sex with you and you would tell him no, what would he do after that? Just force you?
Like, he'll end up, like, still be want to try to do something with me. I still be trying to tell him no. It's like sometimes he'll listen, sometimes he won't listen. It's like it's so much going on because it's like of the fact you denied her when I actually told you about it. You end up denying her, and you're the only one. Because if you look a picture, like dead ass serious, you look at a picture, it's on my Facebook page. You look at a picture of my baby, and then I got my me and my dad, a picture of me and my dad. You put them two pictures together, it ain't no way he could deny that little girl. No way.
Well, I mean, he may say that we're all related. He may say that you're my daughter, and so of course your kid is gonna look like me. You know what I'm saying? That's a reasonable explanation.
It's a reasonable explanation, but here's the thing. Your DNA was the only DNA that was inside me.
So have y'all had a DNA test?
We have. I know he's. No, I know for a fact if I do a DNA test, that DNA test gonna say 99.9%.
So then why not do it?
I've been trying, like I said.
I'll pay for it.
Sure, if anybody willing to help me to get a DNA test, I would appreciate it.
I'm telling you right now, I'll pay for it.
Right now.
What do we need to do to make that happen?
To make that
Where's
happen,
your daughter at?
My daughter is in foster care. I am trying to get her back, y'all. Like, dead ass serious. I love my baby so much. I have to end up going through loops and toss and turns. I have to literally get up like a lot of money for lawyers to try to get my case reopened.
I wanted to tap in on that a little bit as well. So a lot of people were saying that, you know, we breezed through that part of the conversation where your daughter got taken from you. Mm-hmm. And the explanation that you gave was, you know, a little bit half-cocked. I get it. It may have been raining. The diapers may have felt a little heavy or whatever, but that really isn't, the DFACS isn't going to take your kid because of one incident like that. Okay, so what was the real deal? What was going on to why DFACS took your child?
Okay, so I have an ex-best friend named Alexis. Her and her mother ended up helping me get my child. So I asked Miss Martina to can she live for me so I can get myself together, to get my own place, to get my own car, to have a job, to have somewhere stable so I can be able to take care of like my little girl like I wanted to. So she ended up telling me one day Liv went into one of her closets, and Miss Martina, she's an ex-military, so she had PTSD. Mm-hmm. So when Liv went and went into her closet where her guns was, that's when she got afraid. So here's my question to you, Miss Martina. Why just not give my daughter back to me instead of letting her get into the system?
Well, why do you think she chose that route?
She probably chose that route because of the fact she was concerned and wanted nothing but the best for my child, which I do too. But my child don't deserve to be going through this lifestyle.
Well, I get it, but I mean, was there drugs and stuff like that involved?
No drugs. No, I wasn't drinking. I wasn't smoking. I was literally doing my thing, trying to get a job, save up some money, buy my baby clothes, buy my baby her shoes, clothes. It's like I taught my little girl so much because I grew up with her.
And then the other thing that people wanted to kind of get some clarity on, you know, was the whole sending her to your dad thing, right? So why would you allow someone that's abused you for years to watch your daughter?
That is a good question because of the fact I am a forgiving person. I know everybody is like the Bible says, let go and let God. Forgive those who done things unto you. So I forgave my dad. But it's to the point I did not, at the time and in the moment, everybody's wondering what I was thinking. Here's the answer to it. Everybody questioned. At the time and of the moment, I was not thinking clearly, y'all. I wasn't. It was like everything. When I say everything was hitting me, everything was hitting me from left to right. So I was trying to think of a way, how can I not get frustrated at my child, because she did not deserve this at all. She ain't even asked to be here. So I end up saying, hey, she loved her, but she loved my dad. She loved her nana and her papa, and I'm not gonna take that away from her. So like, I end up with being, yes, that is my mistake. I take full responsibility. I take full blame for that, because it was my fault. I could have studied me putting her in harm's way, like how my dad did me. I end up putting my daughter in harm's way. That is my fault, and I regret it ever since this day. I regret that decision, because today my baby would have still been here with me right now. But it was my fault in trusting my dad with my kid and watching her for a whole month.
Okay, I get it. Some people in the comments were saying that your dad was locked up now. Do you know anything about that, or do you know if he's not locked up? Or
I really don't know, because for the last couple of days I've been trying to get in touch with him, in contact with him.
Why? Because
of the fact I just wanted to ask him why. Why me? I wanted to get like that explanation. Why did you choose your daughter? I want to.
When was the last time? Have y'all had sex since you've had the baby?
The last time I remember we had sex was 2018. It was, my daughter was asleep. Like I said, y'all, when you're tired and you're halfway up and you're halfway asleep, getting off work, that's when we end up doing it. I was tired, I was sleeping.
If I ask him, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just want to know, right? If I ask him, does she seem to enjoy the sex? What would be his response?
His response would be probably, knowing him, he probably said I did enjoy it.
Why would he think that you enjoyed it? Were you like making noises and things like that?
I was not making no noises, no moaning noises or anything. But it's probably because of the fact he likes doing it to me so much. And it's like, it's to say, it still hurts me. It still hurts me, because it's like sometimes.
Well, I get that he likes doing it to you, but why would he say that in his mind? Why would he say that? That he thought that you enjoyed the sex.
Because
why would he think that?
He probably would think that because of the fact of. To be honest, I don't know. That's a good question.
Because I mean, because the reason why I'm thinking and asking this, right, is because it's like, after a while, I would imagine that just having like sex with somebody that doesn't want to have sex with you is probably not good.
Yeah.
It's probably not enjoyable. So the fact that he was doing it for years and years and years is obviously was something that he enjoyed doing. And I wanted to know, like, maybe if I asked him, would he say, oh man, yeah, she be moaning and she be this and she be that?
Knowing him, he probably would say that, because like I said, I don't.
Is there any truth to that?
It's not no truth to it.
Okay, so, because I mean, I know other people are going to have those questions. Now, and again, listen, let me say this for you and for the audience, okay? I know that my questions can get a little bit crazy sometimes or whatnot, but that's because I think that these are questions that people have. Maybe they're just scared to ask.
Right.
Okay, and so I'm just, I'm not scared, right? So I'm just going to ask.
Exactly.
So I hope that this doesn't like rub you the wrong way or bother you immensely or anything like that.
It's like I said in the first video, I want people to know my story, because it can help. It can help many women, many ladies, many girls that's going through the same situation that I went through, and then they didn't know a way to cope with it, to deal with it. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, your story touched a lot of people. I'm going to ask one of those inappropriate questions again, because I think it just adds another layer to the story, right? But have you ever orgasmed?
I have.
And so was it, when you were having sex with your dad?
It was like, that's when I actually had my first period.
You orgasmed and then had your first period?
That's when I had my first period.
So if you had to say it, would you say that you orgasm like every time y'all have sex?
It was just that one time.
Okay, so just that one time. And that was when you was a teenager. Okay, and so have you orgasmed since then?
No, I haven't.
Not even with the ladies that you deal with?
Now with my baby, it's a different story. With them right there, it is a whole totally different story.
Okay, so she makes you orgasm a lot. They say that lesbian relationships have the highest rate of orgasms.
Oh yes.
You know what I'm saying? That women know how to make each other orgasm a lot more reliably than heterosexual sex. Okay, I get that. All right, well listen, so you're still out here. I was actually thinking maybe you had got a ride back to Soberton, or somebody had given you some type of opportunity. So what is your plan? Like, you're still out here in Atlanta. What do you want? Do you want to stay out here? Do you want to go back home? What is your desire?
This is what I want. I want to literally be out here in Atlanta. But for that to ordinary to happen, y'all, I swear to God, I need to end up getting a job, which, by the way, you guys, I have an interview today at 11:30, between 11:30 and 12:30 p.m. Like I said, I would love to stay in Atlanta because I can end up opening my case because it's in Georgia. My case is in Georgia.
So you don't want to go back home?
I want to go back home, but it's like at the same time, it's like I want to do something positive. I want to keep telling my story. I want to like open my own clothing line. I want to do a lot of stuff.
Okay. And so just to be clear, just to answer the questions of anybody that may have commented on this part, so no drugs?
No drugs.
So, I mean, again, besides weed and alcohol, there's no any other type of drugs, no pills, no crack, no powder, no any of that stuff, no meth? No. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like it, right? I don't get that energy from you in person, but sometimes people see things on the screen.
Right.
Or they may hear the way that you're talking and everything else and, think that that's got something to do with that.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right, well, listen, miss, we really appreciate you taking the time, answering all of the follow-up questions that people had, because they had a lot one about this one. And I told a lady that I was going to call you on the spot if I ran into you. So if you're watching, miss, I couldn't find your DM. I couldn't find your number. So I apologize about not calling you on the spot. All right, well, listen, we really appreciate you. Is it the same Cash App?
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, so we'll make sure that we hit that up.
Oh, yes,
and
sir.
And we definitely wish you nothing but the best out here, okay?
Appreciate it, y'all.
Make sure you have a good one, sweetheart.
You too.
All right.
All right.